This was supposed to be temporary, but as the old saying goes, there is nothing so permanent as temporary. Much better.
Meet the U7 In-Wall, our new sleek wall-optimized Wi-Fi 7 AP, purpose-built for private room deployments in hotels, offices, and multi-unit residences.
This drop was supposed to be used specifically for the viewport, and then they were going to put a screen here to keep an eye on the cameras in this community center. However, they changed their minds, and they didn't actually end up putting the screen here, and in the end, what we got was this temporary AP over here because they realized that they had a weaker Wi-Fi signal. Today, I'm going to be changing that with the all-new U7 In-Wall. You'll notice it has a completely new design. It's thinner and sleeker than ever before. They got rid of the bright light on the front. It's just a nice glowing little orb, which I'll show you in a moment after we get it installed. The bottom has been dropped from 4 ports down to 2, and one of them is PoE. And they are both, as you can see on here, 2.5 gig. Also on the bottom here, you have the reset button as normal, and on the back, all you have is your Ethernet jack. This is going to go into the mounting plate, which, make sure that you have it lined up correctly, just clicks on like so. Okay? Now, how do you get it off, you may ask? Just like before, you have your security pin, you pop it in there, and the backing comes off. Whoops. All right, let's get this thing unmounted. Move this out of the way. I'm gonna leave that here for now and see if it fits, but I don't think it's going to. Let's see what we're dealing with here. I love how easy these things are to install. Done. It's a little bit of a tight fit, but it'll work. Now comparing it in size, this is the U7 Pro wall, and you can see how much bigger and fatter it is off of the wall and next to the U7 In-Wall. It completely dwarfs it. The U7 Pro wall has these vents. I'm not sure if it has a fan in there, but it is probably passively cooled that way, and doesn't have any USB ports on the bottom. It only has just the one port in for the 2.5 gig LAN connection. Motorcycle. All right, now the network sees it. While it's booting up, we're going to hit setup and begin adopting it. As you can see here, access point, U7 In-Wall, IP address, MAC address, device version, uptime as usual. Let's give it a minute to finish adopting. All right, we've got it adopted and we're done. And now, because of the included PoE port on the bottom of the U7 In-Wall, should they decide to actually want to use the viewport, all you have to do is PoE in. Yes, I'm doing this temporarily. No, I'm not going to leave it here. And then take the other side of your cable, plug it in underneath, and in a moment you'll see this come to life. One thing to note here is that the Wi-Fi name is called netgear 05. That was done just for the purpose of simplicity, as this has been a long-running network and everybody has it in their phones. There's a bunch of devices on the network that already were configured with that. And when we switched them over to Unifi, they didn't really feel like resetting everything and changing it to a new network name. So the original network, the original network name, which probably came over from several routers ago, because I know that they have updated a few times in the past from Netgear to other Netgear routers. My guess is this is the original name from their original really old Netgear router from probably back in 2008 or something along those lines. So yes, Netgear Wi-Fi name is running on Ubiquiti equipment. The irony is not lost on me. All right, now we're over in the Unifi Dashboard, which will look familiar to anybody who has done this before. We're going to jump over to Unifi Devices, and we're going to take a look at the U7 In-Wall. Now, like usual, anything that you've seen before is going to be showing up here. We've got a couple devices already on the network. We've had this running now for 2 days, almost 3 days, and it's been running great. Only a handful of devices using it at a time, not really pushing the limits, but that is the use case. It'll pick up more over the weekends, and people will get a lot more use out of it. There are 2 ports on here. I unplugged the viewport because they're not using it at this point, so why waste the power? But these are here, and you can click into them, and you can have it active or disabled like usual. You can go into manual and change the link speed if you want to, or give it an Ethernet port profile. I don't have any of that set up here currently, so we're just going to hit cancel there, and Going back over to the settings pane here on the insights, you can see the history. It moved automatically from one channel to another to optimize its wireless performance, which is always appreciated. And over in the settings, you have your usual either auto or manual transmit power and other Wi-Fi settings, as well as whether or not the LED is on, locate, restart, disable, remove. Over in the Ubiquiti store, please use my referral link if you do purchase this. Over in the Ubiquiti store, you'll see that the U7 In-Wall is $149 and is available today. If you're curious how this stands up to some of the others that I did not compare it to, Ubiquiti has this new handy compare section where you can compare it against similar other devices in the area, as well as the U6 In-Wall, the previous generation, and the U7 Pro Wall, which I showed off in this video. One thing to note is that this does not have a 6 gigahertz radio in it, so you're not going to be able to take full advantage of Wi-Fi 7. But for the price and the design, it is an excellent small area, high-speed, capable access point. You can see here, because it has a 2.5 gig NIC and it can handle 200 clients, you're going to get a maximum 4.3 gigabits per second out of this thing. And given that it's a smaller environment, I think that is definitely more than enough for the majority of use cases. As mentioned before, the U7 In-Wall costs $149 and is available today. If this video was helpful to you, I would appreciate it if you use my affiliate link to make the purchase, as that helps to support the channel. If you have questions and comments, feel free to drop them down below. I do try to read all of them and respond to as many as I can. And as always, thanks for watching.